Question. Do you really know why you should be asking questions in sales? Today we're talking about questions and what's the real reason behind asking questions. Well, I know if you're in sales, you're going to think to yourself, wow, of course you have to ask questions in order to uncover and gather details from the prospects, right? Here's a few tips. Number 1, questions cause awareness. When you ask a question, people actually need to stop and think and maybe rethink their answers. It challenges the person's perception, beliefs, and assumptions. And questions can also help them develop new opportunities and possibilities. Number 2, questions cause empowerment. By answering the questions during the sales process, it causes the prospect to take ownership of their answers. It causes the prospect to come up with his own solutions that's best for him, instead of being told by you that your product is the best thing for him. Number 3, questions provide a stress-free environment for the prospect. Questions inspire conversation. Questions open the door for the prospect to share information, to share his opinion, and to share his feelings. This creates meaningful conversation between you and the prospect. Number 4, questions help to clarify the prospect's answers. This helps the prospect not only clarify their answers, but it also helps them in the thought processes, and it helps you to clarify his thoughts and answers as well. It will also help clarify your prospect's needs and goals. Number 5, questions help the prospect get clear about truth, about their truth. When a salesperson tries and tells the prospect what his problems and issues are, that could leave the prospect feeling uncomfortable real fast. Nobody likes that. It creates division, and your goal is to create alignment with the prospect. Asking the right questions helps the prospect to come to his own conclusions about what he needs and his truth. That's alignment. While a presentation may be necessary for you, you must have your 10 to 15 compelling questions to ask during the presentation in order to include and draw your prospect into the presentation. So many times salespeople get in the habit of talking at the prospect with the presentation. In my opinion, do away with the presentation and spend your valuable time researching your prospect and coming up with 10 to 15 compelling questions to ask at your meeting. But if you're in one of those fields where the federal government requires you to do a presentation, for example, some insurance products, make sure you have your compelling questions to ask at the end of that boring federal required presentation in order to wake up your prospect. So to conclude, questions are too important to just wing it. Questions are too important to throw together at the last minute. And questions are too important just to have a few to ask. But your job, more importantly, is to ask the right questions so your prospect comes to the conclusion on his own that you're the right person to fix his problems and issues. See the difference? So here's a question to you. Tell me about your compelling questions and how you do research in order to gather those questions. And here's another question. Have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? If not, here's your chance. And remember, sales is a journey. It's not a quick trip around the block. Thanks for watching. Until the next time. Bye-bye.